Hi, today I'm reviewing the INKEY List 10% azelaic acid serum. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. I'll never do any sponsored videos. If that's something you're into, like, subscribe, share the video, or check out the links below and check out my Patreon community. Okay, so I'm not a big fangirl of the INKEY List. I really liked them when they first came out, and they kind of overdid it and overexpended what they really could do well. Especially their hair care stuff, which was just terrible. But anyway, some people like some of it, so whatever. Anyway, I hated all of it. But anyway, so from time to time, they still release stuff that looks interesting to me. So I pick it up, and I am a big fan of azelaic acid. So I see something, it says azelaic acid, it's affordable. Might as well give the INKEY List another try, right? And with that, I was left somewhat disappointed, but somewhat, I expected it. So anyway, okay, let me get to the review of this one, and then we'll talk about why I was disappointed and then some things I liked about it. So, okay, so they call this a gel serum. It's really not a gel nor a serum, but whatever. That visibly reduces the appearance of persistent inflammation and redness, diminishes irritation, and leaves a more even-looking complexion. It's really not a gel, and it's not a serum. It's a lotion, but I guess gel serum sounds better. But anyway. Okay, so my first criteria is packaging. No issue with the packaging. Tube. They mention it's recyclable. Separate the cap. Cut off the top. Use excess product. Rinse and recycle. Or else you can just use something like TerraCycle. But no issues with the packaging. It's very efficient. In terms of denatured drying types of alcohol, it does not contain any of those. When we get to fragrance, typically most INKEY List products are fragrance-free, which is why I initially really liked the brand. However, this one has a very, 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 very light lilac scent. I'm very sensitive to floral fragrances. I hate them. I can stand vanilla, fruit fragrances, blah, 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 but floral stuff gets me. This didn't bother me, and it's probably due to the inclusion of hydrolyzed Gardenia Florida extract and Gardenia Florida fruit extract. It's not a super sensitizing ingredient, and it functions as an antioxidant. Some people may be sensitive to it. Most people are not, even compared to a lot of other essential oils and things. It's not a super offensive fragrance ingredient, and it does provide an actual benefit, but it still can be irritating for some small percentage of people. So keep that in mind. Do a patch test first. And not necessarily just because of that, because I found this to be extremely drying on skin. So I recommend doing a patch test first because of that. And the actives, when you add the actives in, especially when you add in like chemical sun filters and things like that, or exfoliants, it just increases the chance that that fragrance ingredient could be more irritating. So anyway, it's starting to show up in a lot of products lately. So anyway, keep that in mind. But it does give it a very, very, very light scent that's barely noticeable. You really have to look for it, but it is kind of there. So, anyway. Okay, in terms of the manufacturing location, this one is made in the UK, so no issues with that. So, ease of use. So I really don't consider this a serum or a gel texture at all. I don't know how they go about describing it like that, but whatever. It's got a lotiony texture to it. A little bit of it goes a long way. It smooths into skin pretty nicely. And I recommend using this in your evening routine. INKEY List recommends using it morning and evening. Personally, I recommend in your morning routine, focus on antioxidants such as ascorbic acid, resveratrol, pycnogenol, superoxide dismutase, things like that. And in your evening routine, focus on the exfoliants, the retinols, azelaic acid. So I don't recommend using this morning and evening, especially if you have dry skin, because this is pretty drying. But otherwise, a little bit of it goes a long way. You can use this after cleansing and then apply serums or other moisturizers. If you have dry skin at all, you're definitely going to apply a moisturizer after this. It absorbs quickly and sets to a matte finish that is non-sticky, but it is very matte finish. So keep that in mind, especially if you have dry skin. Okay, so easy to use. I'll get to the ingredients in a second. So in terms of animal testing, this is vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free, so that is awesome and exciting. Okay, in terms of performance, Again, this one felt very drying for me. I can only use it when I'm very diligent about applying thick moisturizers after it. Several of them, a lot of them. Otherwise, in the long run, it will really dry my skin out the next morning, and I can really tell that my skin is not happy. So very mattifying. It's probably better suited, this one, for acne-prone skin as opposed to rosacea-prone skin. Azelaic acid is great for acne-prone skin and rosacea-prone skin. I would say this one is going to be a little bit more friendly for acne-prone skin as opposed to rosacea-prone skin. And I didn't like this one nearly as much as other azelaic acid products. I was hoping this one would be an affordable winner, but it's just so drying. So I wasn't impressed with that. For acne-prone skin, there's only one ingredient of note, and that's Sorbitan Isostearate, so that's nice. In terms of the price, this is a full size 1 ounce, 30 milliliters, and retails for about $18, so it's pretty affordable, which is nice for those people whose skin can tolerate it okay. Okay, let's talk about the ingredients. It's really not the most exciting ingredient list. 10% azelaic acid. Azelaic acid is an amazing ingredient. It's anti-acne, antibacterial, skin cell regulating, anti-inflammatory, skin lightening, especially for acne-prone and rosacea-prone skin types. It's wonderful. It works on the cells that line the hair follicles by changing the way they mature and proliferate, which decreases follicular plugging and helps prevent blackheads, whiteheads, and inflamed acne lesions. Azelaic acid also shows skin lightening properties. It seems to be especially effective for post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and melasma, which is why when I started adding azelaic acid into my routine, my melasma made a significant improvement. It's not all the way improved, but it has come a long way from where I started. So I'm not sure it'll ever be completely gone, but I've made a long way. Okay, next up we've got 3% Allantoin, which is a good skin soothing, wound healing, calming, skin protecting ingredient list. And then for exciting antioxidants and beneficial ingredients, that's it. I mean, so it's kind of disappointing. I mean, it's okay. We got the big guy, the azelaic acid in there, which I love. I would have loved to see him throw in something else for calming or soothing skin, like maybe some beta-glucan or licorice root or something. So, I don't know. I mean, it's okay. I gave him the point for the beneficial ingredient list, but I teetered on it. But it's okay. I mean, we get the star ingredients, so that's the main point, I guess. Okay, in terms of the it factor, I didn't love this one. I found it a bit drying, although it does help a little bit with redness. There's so many other azelaic acid-based products I love more than this. The Geek and Gorgeous A-Pad I love. The Peach Slices Redness Relief Azelaic Acid Serum's wonderful. The Dr. Sam's Brightly Serum. Almost anything else with azelaic acid I like better than this one. But anyway, it's not a terrible product. It just fits for a very specific person that skin isn't terribly dry. It's not super sensitive and not super acne prone. So if you fit into that, you might like it. But otherwise, for me, it was just okay. I'm not exactly certain I can finish this one and that I want to because my skin just gets so dry. Maybe the spring and summer when my skin is less dry, I'll be able to finish this one. So anyway, with a 10 being a perfect score, I give this one a 7. It's a C. It's an average. Not a must-have. Hopefully I'll finish it this spring or summer when my skin's not as parched or dry. So anyway, interesting read from you guys if you had a chance to check this one out yet or not. If you have what your thoughts are, so leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys. And stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.